Good morning, class. Today we will start with our first lecture of geography, India, size and location. So you all are aware with your country, India? Yes, this is one of the oldest civilizations of the world. And today we are one of the developing countries. Now how we have achieved all these success from the past till now? Because of our geographical location. The size, the geographical location of India is in favor and which helps India to achieve all this success. Now our topic for today is India's size and location. First we will talk about the location of India. As you all are aware that the earth is divided into two hemispheres, the northern and the southern hemisphere. The equator divides the earth into two equal parts. The upper part is called the northern hemisphere and India lies in the northern hemisphere. Now this northern hemisphere, the India, its boundary starts a little above the equator. That is from its latitudinal extent is from 8.4 degrees north to 37.6 degrees north. Now this location helped India in many ways. This is, now you all are aware with the important latitudes. One of the important latitude is 23.5 degrees northern latitude called the Tropic of Cancer. It divides India in approximately two halves. That is, it passes from the center of India, dividing it into the northern part and the southern part of India. The northern part lies in the subtropical area and the southern part lies in the tropical area. Now please look into the map for its latitudinal and longitudinal extent. Now can you see this is 0 degrees equator and India is little above from it. So the mainland India, this last tip of India, it is on 8.4 degrees north latitude and this top of India is at 37.6 degrees north latitude. Now talking about the longitudinal extent in Saurashtra, this thing, the India lies completely in the eastern hemisphere and in northern hemisphere. So talking about this extent in Saurashtra area or the Gujarat area, this extent is 68.7 degrees east and in Arunachal Pradesh, this extent is 97.25 degrees east. India is divided by Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degrees north, which is one of the important latitudes, and it divides India in approximately two halves. The northern half which lies in the subtropical area and the southern half that lies in the tropical area. This whole affects the climate of India a lot. Now can you see this southern part of India, it is tapering and becoming very small over here. Now this whole is the mainland of India and its boundary is approximately 15,000 kilometers. This whole boundary of India mainland from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh. This whole land. Now this is the mainland of India. India also has two of its islands. Now you all know what is an island. Island is a piece of land surrounded by water from all the sides. Now you can see that India also has its two islands, two group of islands. One is on its west, which is out of the main boundary of India. You can see over here, this is Lecture-1 Islands. Lecture-1 Islands. And you can also see one group of island on the east of India out of the main boundary, and this is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now can you see that this is the extent of India main boundary, which is 8.4 degrees north, but this is extended a little towards south of it, which is around 6.4 degrees north latitude. So this is what we were talking about, the Indian mainland, and this is out of India in the island boundaries. Now can you see the southern part of India? It is approximately like a triangle, almost a triangle. This is the peninsular area. Now you know what is a peninsula? A piece of land surrounded by water from three sides. It means India is having water on its three sides. First, talking about its west, it is having the water body Arabian Sea on its west. On its east, it is having the water body Bay of Bengal. And in its south, the water body is Indian Ocean. It means India is surrounded by water from its three sides, which is making it a peninsula. Now the Lakshadweep Islands, they lie in Arabian Sea, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they lie in Bay of Bengal. This is Indian Ocean. Now talking about this, the southern tip of Indian mainland, this point is Kanyakumari. But as you know that India is extended up to 6.4 degrees north. So this is the southern point of Indian Union, and this is Indira Point. But in 2004 tsunami, because of the tsunami, this land, it has been merged into water. So the boundary of India, it has come a little up to here, that is approximately around 7 degrees north. Now these group of islands, they are also the part of Indian Union. Now this whole India, it is divided into 28 states and 9 union territories. Now you all know, a few months back only, we had this state of Jammu and Kashmir. It is lost its status of the state, and now it has been divided into 2 union territories. One is Jammu and Kashmir and other is Ladakh. So earlier we were having 29 states and 7 union territories, but now after the losing of the status of Jammu and Kashmir, this total number of states in Indian Union are 28, and total number of union territories in India are 9. Now you know why we were talking about the latitudinal and the longitudinal extent. You know, you have done in your previous classes that the latitude, they tell us about the heat zones, and the longitude, they tell us about the time zones. Now you know that in the heat zone, this is one of the factors that is affecting our climate. Even the area or the distance from the sea also affect our climate. Now we will talk about this climate later on. Now coming to the map again, let's see into the map, look into the map. Now coming again to the map, I have already told you that this is the tropical area and this is the subtropical area. Now if we talk about this extension, it is somewhere around 30 degrees. The difference between the Arunachal Pradesh longitudinal extent and the Gujarat longitudinal extent is somewhere around 30 degrees distance. Now this is that the time between Arunachal Pradesh and that is the sunrise time between Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat, it has a difference of approximately 2 hours. So avoid this, we have one standard meridian that is passing from the middle of it. That what we have done, that we have taken the center of these two longitudinal extent and it comes somewhere around over here, passing from Uttar Pradesh, and this is 82.25 degrees east, and it passed from Mirzapur, which is considered as IST, that is Indian Standard Time. So the whole country follow the time of this particular meridian to avoid the confusion of time. Now this is what we have done for the location of India. Now coming to the size of India. Now from this Jammu and Kashmir to Kanyakumari, that is from north to south, the distance is approximately 3,214 kilometers. And from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, the distance is about 2,933 kilometers. Now this whole area, this is approximately 15,220 kilometers, and we have a long coastal line that is starting from this part of Gujarat to this part, and including the coastal lines of these islands, it comes around somewhere 7,516 kilometers. Now you can see India is surrounded by a mountain range on its north, starting from the northwest towards the north, extending to northeast. This is the Young-fold Mountains, the Himalayas. This is again one of the factors that is affecting our climate. So this is what we have done about the location of India. Now coming to the size of India. This total area of India is 3.28 million square kilometers, which is 2.4 of the total geographical area of the world. About this, a map is given in your book, or when you will download the book from the NCERT prescribed book, you will come across the figures you can see from there. Okay, now coming to this, now we have another map of India and its adjacent countries. Now look into this map. India shares its boundary with its neighbors. Now which are its neighbors? On its west, we are having the neighboring country Pakistan. Then we share a little of the border in the north with the second country in the extreme north. This is Afghanistan. Then here we share our boundaries with China. You can see Nepal area, which is lying between the Indian boundaries. Then the same is with Bhutan. This is Bangladesh. And this is Myanmar. So these are the countries: Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Myanmar, with whom we are sharing our land frontiers. We also have our two offshore neighbors. One is Sri Lanka and other is Maldives. Now you can see Sri Lanka is separated from India through a very narrow piece of land. It is called the strait. Now this is Park Strait. Now what is a strait? It is a very narrow piece of land which is separated by water. So there are two water bodies that are separating India. One is the Strait of Park Strait and the other is Gulf of Mannar. Now you all know what is Gulf. Gulf is a narrow part of sea that enters the land. So here you can see that this is how Sri Lanka is separated from India. Now with this we conclude our today's lecture, and I will send you a few of the assignments which you have to complete. Thank you.